All right, y'all. Today we're gonna be reacting to JxmyHighroller's video, "The Only Man to Beat Father Time." Obviously, it's about the homie Bron. So let's get this shit rolling.
As a proud and long-standing member of the LeBron Stan Club, I saw something the other day that completely broke my heart. And it came right from the king himself. A statement about the day that we all knew was coming, but desperately hoping that it never would.
How long do you think you could be playing at this level if you chose to?
Well, it's not me. Obviously, it's the mind. It's wherever my mind is how the rest of my body's gonna go. Whatever the case may be, I'm not gonna play that much longer. To be completely honest, I don't know how many years that it is. If it's 1 year or 2 years, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not. I said the other night, I'm not playing till the wheels fall off. I'm not gonna be that guy.
We've got.
That's. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. The day that LeBron retires, the NBA ratings are already going kind of down into shit because of the obsession with the 3-point line. At least that's what people have been saying. I'm gonna be looking into that later. But once LeBron is retired, bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad. I tell you right now, I'm gonna be sad. Okay. I mean, look at the. Hold on. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let's go. Let's go, bro. By the way, if y'all wondering where I got that from, my wife made it for me, so. Yeah, that's right. That's right. She recognizes greatness. Alright, let's keep this going.
Got about 2 more seasons to watch LeBron James play basketball before he finally hangs it up, and the show that we have spent the last 2 decades enjoying comes to an end. But what if it didn't? Instead of retiring as a great, productive, impactful, coherent basketball player, what if LeBron just played until the wheels fell off? What if he played until he wasn't good enough to play anymore?
Honestly, obviously he's gonna go down a hypothetical. I'm very interested on where this video is gonna go, but the way I see it, if LeBron decided to play until the wheels fall off, I could see the man playing until like 46, 47. I'm not even joking. 47, because if we're speaking like until LeBron is garbage, right, until he's bad, until he's coming off the bench, right? I don't know. I say 47. I can see him being like one of the oldest people to ever play the game. Like, let me see something. What's the oldest NBA player ever? Nate Hickey, who set the mark in 1948 at 45. So, I mean, yeah, I can see LeBron 45, 363 days. I can see LeBron breaking that record being 46 years old. Is he going to do it? Absolutely not. I love how LeBron is right here. One of the oldest players. But no, I don't see him breaking this record at all whatsoever. No. But like hypothetically speaking, if LeBron played until he was just getting bench minutes, right? 46. That's what I feel. Let's see what he says. Let's see what happens.
The point where he serves no value to any team in the NBA, and he's hypothetically forced to retire as an unsigned free agent. Well, if you ask me, that's an easy one. The answer is never. My King's presence alone is worth 10 men. But if we...
My King's presence alone... Hey, bro, I be glazing sometimes. I don't see it as glaze when it's just facts, bro. Like, I mean, I got the man on my wall. My King's present. God damn. But fair enough. I mean, yeah. I mean, LeBron is a generational talent that we're probably not going to see again, at least to the likeness of him. I don't know if we're ever going to see a player play until the age of 40 again. Past that, because a lot of people are saying medicine is better and players are getting healthier. That is true, but these contracts are absolutely insane. Keep in mind, LeBron's a billionaire on the court and off the court. He is a billionaire through NBA salary. He's a billionaire through all of his business ventures. So why the hell would he need to play? Because he wants to win. And I'm not saying players don't want to win. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, let's say you got a ring and you got millions upon millions of dollars, what would be the point of you playing to 40 years old? Even Luka Doncic himself said, I don't want to play that long. So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to see a player play that long who is that great. So that's why this is one of a kind, bro. I'm telling you.
Were to not look at this through the lens of a concerningly obsessive fan, how long could LeBron truly play before he simply wasn't good enough to be in the NBA? Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. It's that time of year, my friends. Thanksgiving is around the corner.
I know this is an ad, but respectfully, watching the man's content. If I'm gonna watch his content, I'll watch his ad.
Good food, friends and family.
I'd watch
and Black
gambling,
Friday sales
though.
on all those items you've had saved for the
Watch
last
your
6 months.
gambling.
And DraftKings is here to make a good time even better. Because on DraftKings Sportsbook, even the touchdowns are on sale all weekend long. Right now, new customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. That's right, place any $5 wager, and if that bet hits, you will receive $150 in bonus bets. And you can stay in on the action and use your $150 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, you can still join in on the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have your shot to win cash prizes. Check out the DraftKings Sportsbook app all weekend long to stay up to date on all the touchdown offers available. New customers use my promo code JxmyHighroller's, place any $5 wager, and if it hits, receive $150 in bonus bets. That's promo code JxmyHighroller's only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Every athlete is eventually defeated by Father Time. It doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter how long you can stave it off, it inevitably catches up to everyone. Except for LeBron James. In year 22, LeBron continues to completely piss on every expectation and timeline set out for him and his career. Now approaching 40 years old and still one of the best players on the planet. There are grown, adult fans of the NBA who have never known a day without LeBron in the league.
When LeBron was drafted, I was 4. I was 4 years old when LeBron was drafted, okay? And no, I was 3. I was 3 years old when LeBron was drafted. And now, I have my own place. I got my own office with the man on the wall. Okay? I have a wife. Alright? Like, I'm telling you. And he's still... To put it like this, okay? LeBron was drafted averaging over 20 points per game. And right now, me and my wife are taking trips together when I was 3 years old. And at the age of 40, he's still averaging over 20 points per game. So and not just that, it's like 28-7. So that's crazy, bro.
Matter of fact, there are NBA players who have yet to witness a season without LeBron James.
LeBron is playing against some people's dads. Just keep that in mind. He played against, sons. He played against people's dads, and now he's playing against their sons who are in the league.
Including the one he literally created. Now, LeBron's perpetual reign is no secret. It continues to baffle most fans on a daily basis. And this got me thinking, how long could LeBron actually play before he's no longer, at least, a serviceable NBA player? The point where he's no longer good enough to even have a spot in the league. 6, 7 more years? Maybe until he's 50. I'm sure that number sounds like a stretch. After all, the oldest player in modern NBA history just barely hobbled his way to being a 44-year-old active NBA player. And LeBron has already been the oldest player in the NBA for a couple seasons now. But LeBron's refusal to play his age has gone on for so long now that at this point, it would be shocking if he did get worse. Here are 3 players and their numbers from this season. All really good, productive players. And I want you to guess who each of these players are.
All right, chat. We think we can guess? True shooting percentage 61%, 9.3 rebounds, 8.3 assists. When was this video made? This was like a couple weeks ago. The usage percentage. I don't know. Obviously, this is Bron. This one's Bron. I'm going to say this one is Jason Tatum. And 55% true shooting. 7.6. I'm gonna go Luka? Maybe? This is without me knowing off the top of without me looking it up. So I'm gonna say Jason Tatum, Luka, Bron. Let's see.
Now, statistically, they're all relatively close, but they shouldn't be, because player A is early MVP candidate prime Jason Tatum. Player B is Luka Doncic, and player C is 40-year-old LeBron James. And this
I know ball! I know ball. Fuck you talking about.
Is why people believe LeBron could play for as long as he wants. Because when you're in year 22 playing like two young megastars, the bounds of your capabilities long-term appear to be virtually limitless. Although LeBron has now suggested on multiple occasions that his retirement is looming closer by the day, how long would it actually take until LeBron is no longer an NBA caliber player? Well, first we need to know what not good enough is. What does a replacement level player on the verge of a Turkish league contract look like? No, not like statistically. What does it look like? According to Basketball Reference, a player with a box plus minus of 10 or more is an all-time great season. A BPM of 8 or more is an MVP caliber season. 6 or more is about all NBA. Keep going down, and a BPM of -2 is where we'll find the end of the bench players. But even this number is still far too high. This season, players like Jaylen Brown, Jamal Murray, and Jaime Jaquez have a BPM of less than -2. We want to see this man play until he's no longer invited back. If we keep going down the leaderboard, it's not until about -4 where we reach the bottom 15% of the NBA. Now,
y'all see a name right here? Y'all see this? Y'all see this name right here? I don't know if y'all can see my cursor. Hold on, let me fix that. I want y'all to see my cursor. There we go. Okay. Look right here, guys. Kyle Kuzma. God damn, bro. Kyle Kuzma. Current player. Jesus Christ. Tristan Thompson. Balled better than Kyle Kuzma currently is. That's crazy.
Now, these spots essentially make up the last couple of players at the end of the bench. I want LeBron to play until he's down here, in the trenches. So how long would it take until he's at this point? It really is wishful thinking to assume LeBron could just keep going indefinitely. But history has shown even the greats are usually closer to the end of the road than we may think. In 2013, in his 17th season in the NBA, Kobe Bryant averaged 27, 6, and 6 a game, made first-team All-NBA, a top 5 player in the entire league, and was on track to playing the highest caliber of basketball we had ever seen from a player approaching 2 decades in the league. A couple injuries, and just 107 games later, he was retired and done playing basketball. In Tim Duncan's 18th season in the NBA, he finished the year 10th in MVP voting, 3rd team All-NBA, and a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. The very next season, he was putting up 8 points a game in 25 minutes, and within a season, he was out of the league. Shaquille O'Neal, in his 17th season, led the league in shooting efficiency and made an All-NBA team. Just 90 games later, he was no longer an NBA player. When things start to go downhill, they go quick. But that's just it. Even after 22 years, things have yet to go downhill for LeBron.
22 years, bro. 22 fucking seasons. That is crazy.
Here is a graph of the career progression of many all-time greats in terms of box plus minus, from their first season to their last. And right away, you'll notice a trend going on here. Here's Bird, Magic, Jordan, and Hakeem. Here's Kobe, Shaq, Duncan, Garnett, and Wade, extending their careers into or near the 2-decade mark, but still succumbing to the sharp decline that all players eventually face. And here are some current legends: Durant, Steph, Kawhi, Harden, CP3, and across the board, the general shape of most of their careers look very similar. A rise to superstar for their first 5 seasons, a prime that lasts from about season 6 to season 10 or 11. And then around season 12 or 13, the decline begins. Sometimes this decline is gradual and steady, like in the case of Durant and Duncan. Sometimes a player can find a second prime later in their career, like Stephen Curry has. But the best players of all time usually play the longest. And even for them, around season 17 or 18, the wheels completely fall off and retirement awaits. Except for LeBron.
That's fucking crazy, dog. Look at that. Just straight fucking...
It shouldn't even be
Jesus.
possible to be this good for this long. LeBron in year 22 is about as valuable and impactful on the court as most all-time great players are in about their 12th or 13th season. But we are here today for this number way down here, the dreaded threshold of retirement. And right now, LeBron is far from it. If he wanted to, could he play until he was 45, 50? Well, first and foremost, contrary to popular belief, LeBron is declining, and he has been for a while now. Some fans are saying
True.
LeBron is in his fourth prime and that he hasn't slowed down. And as much as I wish this were the case, it's just not. LeBron's true prime was between 2008 and 2013, a 6-year stretch where he led the league in win shares, PER, VORP, box plus minus, and just about everything else.
This shit's crazy, bro. This shit's crazy, bro. Every fucking thing. Bron. That's crazy.
Compare that to his last 6 seasons, and although he is still an all-NBA caliber player, it's really not even close. And this idea that he is still at or near his prime tells me people have forgotten just how incredible LeBron was at his peak. LeBron was so dominant in his prime that despite being 40 years old and about 70% of the player he once was, he is still one of the best players in the world. Now, like most other players, his game may just fall off a cliff at it.
And I just saw D'Lo's ass right there. Yeah, LeBron's one of the best players in the world. He's stuck with fucking D'Lo. I'm sorry. I have a prime. You know what? I want to pause this real quick. I have a prime. Just. I don't want to say hate. But fucking D'Lo just annoys the hell out of me for the shit he be doing, bro. Look at, like, shit like this, dog.
5 out of 6 for Reeves from 3, 17 total. Crowd urging defense. Can the Lakers buckle down and get a stop here at the end?
All right. There is 3 seconds left. All right. Dalton Connect has the ball. He's about to pass it up to D'Lo, okay? 3 seconds before the quarter ends. I want you to think about what D'Lo's about to do. If you saw this game, you know what he did. But if you didn't, think about what you think D'Lo's about to do. You know he's going to fuck up, but how? And then... yeah.
By Davis. They've got time. D'Lo, no! Boy.
All he had to do was put it in the fucking bat. Like, I'm sorry. D'Lo just be doing shit that pisses me off, you know? Someone as drafted as high as he was should not be playing as bad as he does. Alright, let's go.
Any moment, or he could sustain a bad injury that derails his last couple of seasons. But if either of these things were to happen, they probably already would have. So let's irrationally assume he continues to regress at the rate he currently is. If we take a look at what is considered to be the best all-in-one metric, estimated plus minus, then 2020 was LeBron's last true MVP caliber season. That year he finished the season with the 4th highest EPM, behind only Harden, Giannis, and Steph. But since then, he's been slowly slowing down. From being ranked 4th amongst all players to 7th in 2021 to 12th, 16th, a diabolical jump back up to 10th, and this season where so far he ranks 20th in the league, which still puts him firmly in the 96th percentile league-wide. Over the last 6 seasons, on average, LeBron's EPM has decreased by 0.5 per season, and this decrease isn't speeding up. If anything, it has leveled out and stayed about the same since 2022. But overall, LeBron's career trajectory has looked and could continue to look like this, where he will eventually succumb to father time like everyone else, just a whole lot later than everyone else. At this rate, by next season, LeBron will have an EPM of 3, a mark that puts him all the way down in the 95th percentile. We gotta keep going. By year 24, he'll have an EPM of 2.14, still in the 92nd percentile. By year 25, he will be in the 86th percentile. Year 26 in the 76th percentile.
I don't think LeBron's going to play 26 years. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think LeBron stops 2026. I truly believe his next season is his last season. If not this one, the way he's been talking, but he's been playing good as fuck. I mean, I think he dropped another 30 ball last night. So, I'm not saying he's going to retire this year for sure. I just don't see him going past 26 at all. If anything, I think his next season is his last season. Because I know as a fan of him, I don't want to see him drop below starter, let alone all-star. Like, seeing him drop below a starter role, absolutely not. Let alone fucking all-star. I think 2026, I think he stops. I think he retires. So, does he get another ring is going to be the biggest question. With this current Laker team, probably not, sadly. But, no, I don't see him getting past 2026 because I just don't see us wanting to see that. And I don't see him, for himself, wanting to see him drop below the all-star status. I think if he, like, barely gets in as an all-star, that's when he goes, I can't. Because why would... He's been an all-star his entire career. I just don't see it happening.
Year 27, the 61st percentile, which at the age of 45 would still have him as a starting caliber player. But by year 28, at the age of 46, LeBron would finally play his last year as a contributing player in the NBA with an EPM of negative 2.16. For perspective, some players that currently have an EPM within this range are Kyle Kuzma, Jackson Hayes, and Keldon Johnson.
Fucking Kyle Kuzma is in this range. God damn, I was just talking shit about this motherfucker. Kyle Kuzma, bro. Oh my god. Like, there's so much glaze for this guy.
By year 29,
for no
just
reason.
1 year shy of 3 decades in the league, LeBron would, at last, fall within the range of a replacement level player, with an EPM of negative 3.8, within the bottom 8% of the league. At the current rate LeBron is declining, he could, theoretically, play until 2031 at the ripe age of 46 before he would have to throw in the towel and retire. And as crazy as this timeline looks, LeBron playing until the year 2031, I think he could play even longer.
That's great. I'm sorry. I can't. He's not going to play that long. I know this is all hypothetical, but I can't even see him playing after next year. Let alone past 46 years old. That's crazy.
To make any sort of impact in the NBA, you need to get minutes. And to get minutes, you need to earn the trust of your team and coaching staff. LeBron has played so much basketball, and he understands the game so well that I think as long as he wanted to play, and as long as he's able to get up and down the court without his body falling apart, he would get minutes and he would be capable of contributing in the NBA. Earlier I mentioned Tim Duncan and how quickly his production fell off at the very end of his career. But even without game-breaking numbers, he was still a quality player, with advanced metrics and contributions that made him worthy of a spot in the league clear up until the moment he retired. Almost as if he was so seasoned and so skilled that even at his worst, he was still better than many other players in the league, even if he was a shell of his former self. And I think this would be the case for LeBron. Maybe instead of an exponentially rapid decline in the coming years, his game would hit its theoretical basement. And once it gets to that point, he just stays there. Nowhere near his best days, but still good enough to be a contributing player for the foreseeable future. The main culprit behind the retirement of every single great player was physical limitations and injuries. There has never been an all-time great player who retired because they lost their touch or the skill they once had. Players lose a step. They aren't as quick as they used to be, can't jump as high or react as fast, and they begin to ask too much of their body as it slowly shuts down as the mileage piles up. Late into their careers, they are only as capable as their body allows them to be. And no one in the history of the league has been more physically capable than LeBron. Throughout his entire career, he's been able to mitigate injuries, and even when he does get injured, he's always bounced back relatively quickly with virtually no lingering symptoms.
LeBron has played, like, I'm pretty sure LeBron's playoff minutes alone are more minutes than, like, I think Giannis's career. I'm pretty sure. You know what? Let's look that up real quick. I am pretty sure about that.
And skill.
Let's see. LeBron James playoff minutes. Oh, I am wrong. I'm wrong, guys. See, this is why you look up shit. Don't just say shit without looking into it. I just know for a fact I'm wrong. Giannis has played more minutes than 11,000. Giannis Antetokounmpo total playing minutes. 26,000 minutes for his career. So yeah, definitely. But 11,000 minutes is still pretty decent for playoffs. But total minutes. How much is minutes? LeBron James playing minutes. Let's see. 70,000 to. Okay, so listen. I was wrong about the playoff minutes. Fair. But the total minutes is absolutely insane. Okay? Here, let me blow this up so y'all can see this. Look at this. So, 70,000 total minutes. Alright? And Giannis has 26,784 minutes. Giannis has been in the league so far 12 seasons. So if Giannis plays the same amount, let's say his average just, he gets double, that would put him at around 51,000 minutes, 52,000 minutes. He plays 24 seasons, he would still be 20,000 minutes less. Around 18,000 to 20,000 minutes less than LeBron James. If he played 24 seasons. So, yeah, LeBron has a lot of mileage on him. That's for fucking sure. That is for sure.
I tell you what, that was very close to being able to just go up and lay it in, but he rushed it, I think. Maybe a half.
Sorry, guys. That was D-Lo being a fuckhead. Back to the video.
Skill-wise, he's only gotten better as the years have gone along. I know, it sounds absurd, but I think LeBron could play for literally as long as he wanted to. I get it, it's crazy. We've never seen an athlete do that before. But LeBron is an absurd athlete unlike any other that we've seen before. So to answer the question of how long LeBron could continue to play in the NBA as a quality, contributing player, well, based on his current pace and some statistical analysis, if what we've seen is any indication of what's to come, then he could play for about 29 seasons. But based on my completely unbiased and always correct feelings and my admiration for the greatest athlete of my lifetime, I would say, somewhere between however long he wants to and hopefully forever.
Alright, so that was a good video. Listen, my feelings on it is LeBron's probably just going to play one more season. Like, the fact that I was able to think, okay? I was wrong, sure. But the fact that I was able to think that maybe the man has played more playoff minutes than a player in their 13th season, 12th or 13th season, played in total minutes, an all-star caliber player, is crazy. Like, he played 70,000 minutes. 70,000 minutes, that is insane. That's insane. So I don't know. I think LeBron will play one more season. I think he will play the rest of the season out, and he'll play next season, but I think he's done after next season. Win the championship, get into the playoffs, whatever happens, I do not see him playing more than one more season. I do not see him going to Golden State. I don't see him going anywhere. I see him retiring as a Laker, and they're probably going to ship his boy overseas as soon as he retires, sadly. But, yeah, that's what I see happening. But, like for more content, subscribe, follow, shoot a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what y'all think about it, how long you think LeBron is going to play. Did you know that LeBron played 70,000 minutes? And, how old do you think you're going to be when LeBron retires? Like, set goals for yourself. Let me know. What do you guys think you're going to be in life when LeBron James hangs up his jersey? But, all right. I appreciate it, y'all. Have a good one.